All right, guys, what is up? Here in a game between Daver, or not Daver, actually, Poxjunkie. He's here, and Stringo. Stringo is some guy who we don't really know who this person is, but I do have Poxjunkie in the chat, and he will help me explain to newer players what his thought process is as a very good player to get to the upper ranks and get very good.
Hello.
So first of all, I
Let's
see
go.
that you didn't go over your font for the mid font. I mean,
Yeah, the thought there was get the Scorched Dwarfs out early and just kill him on the Nora game. That's pretty much it. See, I only lost the font for one turn. I'm now in the font, so it's no big deal really.
I guess, yeah. Did you have the initiative champion already in Champ Select? Did you, or in your rune docs, you saw that you could do this? That's why you might have gone for this move, or would you have done it anyway?
Yeah. So I thought he wouldn't have a chance to deploy a champion there.
Okay. Yeah.
So initially he looks like he's got a good start going on.
Yeah.
And that might lead him to play a different way than he otherwise would. And then I, deployed and put a champ in the font anyway.
Yeah.
Granite braces. So he's going for a bit of a super champ type thing here, which is always a bit of a pain. So to kind of counteract that, because I don't really have much in the way to counter equipments and super champs. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to out-Nora him and then either kill the champ just by sheer numbers or shrine rush him. That's pretty much going to be the general idea, to be honest, because I know I can't take down super champs.
Yeah. Also,
so I'll just keep.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say, you're splitting up, which is also like a good idea. When they put a lot of resources in one champion, if you split them up, then generally the champion that they also send to defend will be weaker, right?
Yeah. Because I've got the massive Nora 18 Nora turn, he's not going to be able to defend both areas well. So another good champion to get out is a Shadow Rake. So if you can get it out, it's good to get out nice and early, because it's not really that much drawback having status on it, especially in KF, because when it comes into play, it'll have 13 AP, so it's really status has only cost it 3 AP.
Yeah.
And he'll probably spend a whole bunch of AP running around to find my cave runner.
What's the cooldown on the stealth? What's it called?
Cooldown is 3, so it's de-stealth this turn.
Okay.
But it's back next turn, the flash bomb.
Yeah, the flash bomb. I mean, he does have detection now with that Carrier Squire.
Yeah, I can probably stop him getting in the font, actually, possibly. So if we go like this, there we go there. So now he's going to have to use a relic to get in the font.
It's always good. Make him use more resources.
I could go there actually. Now it's completely, yeah. So that's cool. And I think might as well just give him a little slap. A little bit of damage. It's got regen on it as well. So what I'll do is, just for a bit of fun, I'll drop another cave dude here. Get a bit more damage going. I don't know why I didn't hit both of them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's silly of me, really.
It's okay. You're doing.
But to be fair, I've pretty much got him now, so
yeah,
he's gonna have to go crazy. There we go. So now he's using resources just to get back into his own font. Just another 40 Nora down, or 45, I think. Counter Strike is actually. And we're going to have the Shadow Rake coming up soon as well.
Yeah, with the half KF, you get that 1 extra AP. I didn't think about that. So that makes it even better for stasis, right?
Yeah, that's why it's not so much drawback. I really like it, actually, having the extra AP store. Some people say it's pointless, but I don't think so at all. It gives you a bigger threat range.
Yeah. I mean, of course, against SP, it might be a bit like worse just because you're always afraid of punishing aura. with the totems, but any other faction basically.
Um, yeah, but if you're good enough, you can always see it and avoid it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm,
So what we'll do here is we'll just run in here,
blind.
do that, and she can just. It's a woman, isn't it? The cave runner. She can run around down there. He can come up here and get some more sort of alt type damage that I can start doing to that archangel. And I'll just go over here by the shrine just to give him something else to think about.
So completely tear him apart from every angle.
Yeah, if you've got the Nora shot, generally what I feel is the best thing to do is just rip them apart, because IS likes to clump together, and that's how it builds its sort of power.
Mm.
What do they call it? A phalanx sort of type thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So again, he's using more resources now just to attack me. So I think I'm just going to go for the Shrine Rush now, just because it'll be easier than trying to kill his champs. Drop a relic on his font up here, and then just go straight for the shrine. Drop a Elven Bard next turn, and then probably just start smashing out the Bryce of Victories.
Huh. So usually you think about what, 2 to 3 turns ahead, I guess. I mean, I guess general game plan, you always think ahead 2 to 3 game turns, but
what I do is generally try and think of what I roughly want to do as a plan, because there's so many different variables. People that say, "Oh yeah, I plan 3-4 turns ahead," you can't really, because there's so many different things your opponents could do. Generally, like I explained to you there, I'm gonna Shrine Rush. Exactly how I do that is depends on what they do every turn.
Yeah.
So what I do is, but that's the general idea of what I'm going for at the moment. See what I said the other day about pounce always goes on that top square?
Yeah, I don't understand it though. It's always right there. I don't get why.
What's interesting is that if the champion is already pounce it, it won't do any damage.
It's already what?
It won't do any damage. If a champion is already square, it won't do any damage.
Oh, really?
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand why. It never used to be like that.
So from now on, if I see somebody's going for my shrine with pounce, I'll just go right into that one square, and then they can't attack me. It's good to know.
Yeah, pretty much. They'll still move, and they'll go somewhere else. I can't remember, but it won't do any damage.
Huh,
okay. So I might manage to get an attack off with my 3 HP cave runner. We'll see, but it's pretty screwed now.
Where is your cave runner anyway?
I put it over on the water.
Oh.
On the top far right. He might. No, he can't even find it. I don't think he hasn't got the AP with his detection. So.
It seems he wants to do the same now a little bit. I mean, obviously we're always afraid of.
Sorry?
What you're always afraid of when you're rushing, at least against IS, is the eroding winds, because it's always going to push you back a bit, which is annoying. But
yeah, it's just going to delay it. It's not going to. It's not going to change anything. It's a fair point, though. I'll move Scorched Dwarfs out of the font area. Might as well.
Yeah, it's one of the big things I've also noticed about you is it's a lot or about good players in general, is about consistency as well. Not only from game to game, but also turn to turn, where I'll see you where every time you play against FS, you put your relics outside of font range so they don't get nor whatever the spell is called, the font eruption.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I'll do that every once in a while. Like I'll see, oh, I'm against FS, I'll do it. But like half the time I'm like, you know what, they might have it, but half the time I'm like, nah, they probably won't have it, or I'll think, if
He's
they play it
decent.
once, it doesn't even matter. But you every single time you do it, like
Yeah.
so that's also kind of what it's all
Um,
all about as well. Just that consistency to like every turn count
yeah.
squares from the enemy so you don't get double tapped. Every turn, make sure your stuff is out of the range, and just consistency of like trying hard and thinking.
Yeah.
All right, well,
That's it.
GG.
Yeah. GG. Might as well kill it rather than wait 300 seconds.
Yeah, it's funny. All right, any parting words for that game that you have? Just thinking it through at least.
Is just go with a general plan and try and stick to it. Because I know a lot of people, they just sort of play turn to turn without really idea of what they're trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
So in the first one or two turns, or even when I see what faction I'm up against, I will, from my experience, try and guess what is going to be my win scenario, and just try and generally go that direction
All right, sounds
and
good.
aim towards it. Or if I can't see a win scenario, is play in a way that will give me more options, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So how often I didn't see the beginning of your last game where you were playing against Badger. Did you give up a mid font, or did something die and you had to give it up, or did you give it up from the start?
What happened? I can't remember now. I think, yeah, I had to give it up. I had a ranged champion, and he was all over melee champs. That's the only champion I had to deploy, so I had to give it up. And then I couldn't get back in because a head of Osiris spawned right in the spot that blocked me from getting back in the font,
Nice.
which was a bit of a nightmare. It went in the square where I'd have to then go on the last twice, and it wasn't worth it, so I didn't bother. So I just, at that point, I knew I was down, so I thought, right, I need to pull back. Hopefully he'll overexert himself and then come back with a big counter at turn, which is what I did, and then it just kind of kept rolling on from there.
Nice. All right, well, until the next game, GG.